Welcome to the syllabus tour for EDTC 6536, Instructional Technology and Information Management. I'm Jason Rhode, your course instructor, and wanted to take just a few moments to briefly highlight a few of the important areas of note in the syllabus and make sure that you're clear as to kind of all what's entailed in that syllabus. So you can find the syllabus within Blackboard, logging into our course and going to course info, and there you'll find actually two links to the syllabus. The first one is an online syllabus view, and the second, those of you using Internet Explorer may have some issues printing from the online syllabus, and so I've provided a PDF version that if you do experience any issues, you can download and print that version. However, it seems to be just an Internet Explorer issue, and it works fine in all other browsers like Firefox, Safari, and so forth. So by clicking on the link to the first link for the syllabus, this will bring you to our HTML syllabus. It's designed to be a web page that will be viewed inside of our course that you can refer back to at any time and really use it as your guide as you move through the course. You'll notice a series of hyperlinks here at the top. These are links to these various sections of the syllabus that you can jump to at any point in time for quick access. You'll notice underneath my instructor information where you've got obviously my contact info. I also have links to different places you can find me online, my blog, my Twitter feed, my photos, and so forth. As you go down and look at our course description, this is really a fun course, as we're going to be looking at a lot of different emerging uses of instructional technology and looking at how we can enhance teaching and learning using these tools. So we're going to try to include a lot of hands-on experience with a bunch of different technologies and talk about technology's role in school reform. Really, we're going to be focusing on the net standards for teachers that are published by ISTE. So we've included the two standards in particular that our assessments that we'll be working on will try to focus upon with our objectives of examining some current trends and designing technology-enhanced learning activity and working in a small group to create a professional development activity, which I'll talk a little more about in just a moment. As far as recommended technology, also, as I've mentioned previously, make sure you have iTunes on your computer and that's latest version so that you are sure to be able to access all of our course podcast content as we move forward. So as you look at our course content schedule, you can see the course is broken up into 8 modules, 9 including the orientation module. Each module will be about a week in length, and we'll be taking a break over Thanksgiving so that you won't need to be checking in and posting during that time. But in addition to just kind of a brief overview, there is a detailed course schedule available in course info, as well as a Google Calendar version. And if you haven't yet viewed the course overview, I talk a little more in there about the course schedule and that you can download and subscribe to the Google Calendar version if you'd like, if that format is appealing to you. So that's available as well in course info. Really, the meat of the syllabus is our activities and grades. First and foremost, each week you'll be reading a portion of our textbook and then asked to go out and find an additional resource. You're going to summarize that resource and then share it with the rest of us using the course blog. Really looking at it as a way to help yourself as well as the rest of us to learn more about the topic that we're talking about this week in the module. So this could be anything from a journal article that you find in the library. It could be a website or a blog posting. It could be a podcast. It could be any number of resources, but it needs to be something that everyone else can get access to and can view. And so I've provided some information here. Really, you're just going to write about a 1 or 2 paragraph summary, and then also provide at the top of that summary a direct link to that resource so that all of us can view that. And so you're going to post those then as a new entry each week to our course blog. And if you go ahead and subscribe to the course blog, the RSS feed of the blog, then you'll be able to read the summaries that all of your colleagues in the course post without necessarily even having to log into Blackboard or the course blog to read those. If you check the course blog, the first posting that's there has links to a couple of videos that talk about RSS and how you can subscribe to a course blog or a blog of any kind to get those updates automatically. So if you have questions about the resource sharing activity or just posting to the course blog in general, be sure to let me know. And I have some links here as well as to how to get started with an RSS reader. Those couple videos you can feel free to watch. And the criterion is provided as well as to how you'll be self-assessing yourself, your participation in the resource sharing activities each week. At the end, after posting your resource, there'll be a self-assessment that you'll complete, and that'll appear in the module folder on the day that posting is due. Next is a Technology Enhanced Learning Activity, or what I refer to as a TILA. And this is really your opportunity to create a learning activity where you're going to incorporate some new technologies with the goal of applying that technology to help students develop high-order thinking skills and creativity. And you'll also think about how you'd manage that activity in a technology-enhanced environment. So I've provided kind of a rubric for how we'll be evaluating that. Basically, we'll be posting that to the discussion board as well as to your chalk and wire electronic portfolio. If you have questions that you can use, again, you can use really any format you want on that, but just follow the guidelines that are provided as far as for that rubric. Next, the Professional Productivity Project. This is going to be an opportunity for you to work with a team to come up with a professional development activity that you could use to help other teachers develop competency in one or more of the NET standards. And so this first week in the orientation module, I'll be looking for any preferences that you have as far as being divided into teams, and then I'll be making those assignments. And as a team, I'll be giving you several tools. You'll have not only the group space and Blackboard, so you'll have a team discussion board, synchronous tools, etc. But I'll also be creating a team wiki where you'll be posting your work as you proceed through the project, and a blog for your team as well. So if you want to use the blogging platform as a way to kind of journal your progress as a team, that'll be available to you as a team as well, beginning in Module 1. And so there'll be a series of milestones that you'll be completing, and you'll be receiving, you'll be graded not only on your individual participation, but you'll also be assessing one another at each milestone, and then I'll be taking that into consideration in the scoring. So the project itself is 50 points. That's really for the product of kind of what, as a group, you put together, or a team each week, and then your final productivity project, and then 25 points additionally for your active individual participation. I'll be posting a case study that will kind of lay out the different milestones. I've briefly listed them, but look for that case study to be posted next week or in Module 1, and that's going to have some detailed guidelines for you as a team as you get started. Then, as far as another individual series of assignments will be our weekly online discussion. And this is really a critical component of our course, where you're going to be posting a substantive posting to the discussion forum each module, where you'll be reflecting on kind of what you've read, applying it, extending it. And so you can look at the rubric that's provided for some specific guidelines as to how your participation will be self-assessed. Again, you'll be completing a self-assessment each week. and so that kind of lays out here in the rubric. Really, you're going to make a minimum of 3 postings each module. An initial posting, which will be somewhere 200 to 300 words, and then you'll be responding substantively to at least two other postings in the forum. So 2 other classmates, you'll be responding to them, extending what they see, posing additional questions, and so forth. And then finally, at the conclusion of the module, you'll write a reflection, a clear and unclear windows reflection statement, where basically you'll describe what, at the end of the module, what's clear to you, what have you learned, as well as what are some things that you still would like to learn more about. You have some unresolved questions. And you'll post that after the module's over. So basically, if every module is going to end on Sunday night at 11:59, so then Monday sometime you'll want to post that clear and unclear windows reflection statement. In respect to the various assignments within each module, you will find if there's a self-assessment for that activity, or if it's an assessment that you'll be handing in, submitting, you'll find links to all of those in the modules when they're due. So they may not be there in advance, but so that kind of we all stay on the same page and stay at the same pace, those will become available when those assignments are due. So if you have any questions on that, again, post those in the help forum. And then finally, you'll see just the grading scale and academic integrity, privacy, and disability statements. So that pretty much in a nutshell is our course. I'm looking forward to journeying with you during the course. If you have any questions as you're reviewing the syllabus, again, please don't hesitate to post those in the help forum, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon.